Hello, my name is Alexandra Lady and welcome to my channel, and today I want to talk about bodyboarding or how to choose your board. And because last of my surfing video was such a success, I decided today to talk about boards or how to choose a bodyboard if you want to go and do some bodyboarding. The reason why I'm doing this is all the website, all the surf shops and all the info you get on a website about how to buy a bodyboard is not quite accurate because it depends on your skill level and nobody out there says that. Buying a bodyboard is not an easy task because you have a range of bodyboards. All of those bodyboards behind me are mine. There's 6 of them and I have 7th one somewhere else. But trust me, I've done bodyboarding now for 8 years, going on strong. I try to go bodyboarding at least once a week. So I go bodyboarding in summer, in winter, in spring and autumn, anytime really when there's waves. And right now it is a bit of a calm season. So how to choose a bodyboard. So first of all, if you've never done any bodyboarding or boogie boarding to start off with, then you don't even know what it is. But if you want to try, I suggest you go for something that's nice and small, something like this. It comes to your hips and things, it's nothing too dramatic. Why that kind of a board is because you just need to try it out. You don't need a big board to do any boogie boarding. You need kind of any kind of boards except for those that are covered with cloth because they literally last for 3 hours tops. I suggest you go to a proper surf shop, find a board that is nicely discounted, something suitable for kids. This one here I believe is about 29 inches or something stupid. And I got this board about 8 years ago and I walked into the surf shop. I saw this board, it was discounted and I bought it just because I could. And I thought it would be a lot of fun, and by accident I caught the wave and it went on from there. So the reason why you want the short boards or little board, especially when you have kids in a household, is the fact that when you actually feel it and when you love doing it, when you love bodyboarding, then you can give this board to the kids to play with because it's nice and solid, it doesn't break, and you can play around with it. So nice and small boards when you've never done it before, to learn how to jump on the waves and how to just ride to the shore, because any size board will do if you have no intention in continuing bodyboarding or if you just want to try it out. So go for nice and cheap option and the first one to see really. Now say you have caught a wave and you're going like, yes, I really love to do that, this is the best thing in the world, and trust me, it is. Then I suggest you go online and you find yourself a package with a bodyboard and some fins and leash and everything that comes with it. Something nice and big. This is, I believe it's 42 inch. This is nice and big board. You can float really nicely on it. As you can see, it's quite a lot taller than the other one, right? And the reason why you should try that is because is the fact that it floats. It floats like anything. You don't have to do anything. It's like half a surfboard. All you need to do is be at the right place at the right time and jump on a board and it will take you to the shore. So you take this board out, you find a wave, you hold it like normal, you jump on a wave, it takes you to the shore and you realize, wow, absolutely love it. This is a perfect board for me, except it's a tiny bit too big. So the obvious thing to do is, well, it's 42 inches, it's well above my belly button, it's about 2 inches too much. So the next thing to do is go in a surf shop and get yourself the best looking board you can find, nicely level to your belly button, right? Make sure it's bright colored, there's something really nice at the back, you have the bicep leash and everything like that, because you need to look cool in the water, don't you? So you take your board out to the water and you realize the difference immediately, because it's much easier to go under the waves and you won't be pushed along like you did with this big board, because now you can actually actually handle the board. And then you go and try to catch a wave. And then you realize you can't catch anything with this small little horrible board. It just sinks. You can't get the speed up. You miss every single wave, and if there are big waves that just roll over you, it's just complete crap. You just throw away. Throw it away. You don't want to have anything to deal with it because you obviously need something a lot bigger, something more powerful. But since this board was too big, too wide, too tall, you think, do you know what? I need to go for something that's tall and narrow. And there you go, we found a perfect board. You pay a lot of money for these, and there you go. It's got a nice crescent tail, or if you want to make it even better, you can make it a bat tail. This one has adjustable stringer as well. So you take this board into the water and voila, you're floating once again. You're actually catching the waves, you're going to shore rides and everything like that. But to get into bodyboarding, you need to do more than just catch a wave, because when you're in a big wave, anyone can catch it. You just come down it and hope for the best. There's nothing difficult about it, but the key is catching the small waves. And then make a bottom turn, either left or right, and then you realize you are really struggling because you need to work really hard from this position to that position. That's a lot of pull. As you can see, my arm is almost straight. You need to pull yourself up here, and that doesn't go well with this board. So once again, you need a new board. You need something that's 40 inches or up to your belly button and wide. The perfect one for that is the old famous assassin board, which is really nice and light, and it's really wide. It's 40 inches for me, or up to your belly button, and it comes in really cool various colors. I don't know why I chose a white one, but hey, it happens, because white one doesn't show in the waves when you're filming yourself. So anyway, you take this board out. It's beautiful. On a smallish day, you catch every single wave, it floats nicely, you can learn the tricks, you do everything, and then you go at the back where the big waves are, and you almost die there because this board is way too light. The wind gets underneath it, and you feel like you've just survived the most horrifying experience in your life, because that board is no good in bigger than 4 foot waves, honestly, because it's too light. So what you do next is you go back to that horrible, really cool looking board that you threw away a while ago, because that's just high enough, not too wide, and it's heavy. It bends nicely, and you can take waves really quickly. You take it out for a ride, and then you realize suddenly this is the best board you've ever gotten in your life. It does everything. It goes underneath the waves, it goes over them, you can catch the wave, and you can actually enjoy it because you can steer the board. So which board to choose in the end? Because you've gone through all of the boards. To be honest, there's so many of them. And the size of a bodyboard depends on your skill level and your intentions to what you're going to use it for. If you just want to do a couple of days a month of boogie boarding, where you just jump on a white water and run to the shore, then any size proper bodyboard would do. I say proper because there are loads of really cheap boards out there, and they just don't do anything to anyone, not even for kids. But if you want to go serious, more serious, you should start off with something that's nice and wide and about 2 inches above your belly button, to just learn how to do the first steps, how to jump on a wave, how to float on it, the basic turns and basic everything. So that's the board number 1 for people who have gone further than just boogie boarding to the shore, who want to actually try to do the proper bodyboarding. So the next step is learn how to duck dive, how to get away from waves, how to be safe in the water. And the best one for that is that old famous green board that I have here, that comes to your belly button. It's nice and slim and heavy. With this board, you learn a very valuable lesson, and that is how to stay alive in water, how to get away from waves, how to duck dive, how to turtle roll, how to avoid waves pretty much, and then how to use the fins, because you need a lot of fin power with a nice and small board if the waves aren't that big, and if they are big you need a lot of fin power. Then the next thing you need to learn is how to control the speed, and for that you need another tall board about 1 to 2 inches above your belly button, nicely and slim and nicely bendy. You can test it by pulling the board like this, and it doesn't have to be too expensive, but if it's expensive it's easier to learn that. So with this board in particular, you learn how to move yourself around on a board up and down. Now, once you learned all of that, you need to go back to the basics. One way to do that is to go back to this horrendous and big board, but that is little bit, well, you're above its level, because this is the first beginner board. So I suggest you going something that's up to your belly button on bare feet, up to your belly button, nicely and wide, light. You can get it from pretty much any surf shops. It's light, and you take it out on a calmish day, up to 2 foot, maybe 3 foot, and just try it out. You try your turns, your paddling in, your fin power, and the lot. And this is a learning board. This is what loads of pro surfers use on a calm day, because that is a really great board, but not on a big day. Now, once you've gotten all the basic knowledge on how to paddle in, how to make the turns, how to move yourself around on a board, how to dodge the waves, how to duck dive, and a lot, it is time to go back to the coolest looking board you have found. That comes up to your belly button, and it's nice and slim, it's nice and heavy, nice and bendy. Because with this board, you learn how to proper bodyboard. All of these are necessary in order to learn how to do the basic stuff. This is the first level of the pretty much pro bodyboarding. But if you take it too early, you will find it absolutely impossible to use. Because if you take it out straight away, you will find that it's almost impossible to use this board. Now, once your skill level goes even higher, you probably want to think about inch or two shorter for bigger waves. But the weight should be the same, and the bendiness as well. So let's go through this again. Nice and short, hip level board for those who have never tried it before. 2 inches above your belly button, nice and wide board for those who want to try out the first steps of proper bodyboarding. 1 inch or 2 above belly button, nice and slim board for those who want to learn how to control speed, how to use the board bendiness, and how to learn how to move yourself around on a board. For those who have all of those skills previously mentioned already, you should go back to the board that is up to your belly button, nice and wide, about your hips width or even wider, the widest board you can find, nice and light, and go in on a calm-ish day where the waves are strong but not too big, and just learn the basic things, how to turn, how to catch the wave, and just work on that. And up to belly button board that is nice and narrow, heavy, bendy, colourful for those who want to work on their basic skills and advance from there, go into bigger waves and start doing proper bodyboarding with proper set of fins. Plus, this board is awesomely good in learning how to duck dive, how to turtle roll, and other ways of avoiding waves. Plus, because it's really maneuverable, you also learn how to maneuver with this board. You should already have the skills to moving around on the boards and pretty much be a really good bodyboarder. This size, I have found, when you have gotten the basic skills, is pretty much unique. You can use it in almost any conditions, but it takes a lot of paddle power to get this board into the wave. Not so big of a deal on the bigger waves, but to be honest, for a bigger wave that is more than 5-6 foot, I would recommend something even slightly smaller if you have the skills to do so. So that's it. That should answer your question. Bodyboarding is a very skilled sport. I compare it to synchronized swimming rather than surfing, simply because you need to do a lot of body work on a board. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I hope to see you at the beach with me, and I will see you in another video quite soon. And thank you for watching, and bye bye.